Welcome, Virgo and Virgo cross watchers, to your love reading for October 2023. So we're looking at relationship situation, which the big decks are usually kind of loud on the desk. So I did that ahead of time. And then what each of you is thinking and feeling about each other and the relationship. And then actions or intentions towards each other. Oh dear. Oh my gosh. Okay. On your end, we've got the Moon, Ten of Swords, and Five of Pentacles. Your person. How's Virgo's person feeling? And actions or intentions. Actions or intentions towards Virgo. Well, I mean, we have the Ace of Cups with the Six. There we go. With the Six of Swords reversed here. From what I'm seeing here, Virgo, I feel like there is a situation here where obviously something has been severed or something has been irrevocably changed. And from what I'm seeing, both of you are hurt. So on your end, with the Moon here, all of a sudden I can't pick up cards. Virgo, it's almost this energy of like wondering what went wrong and how it went so wrong. I feel like it's almost like there's something more to the situation and you know that you don't know it. It's that energy, it may not be the actual situation, but it's almost like someone breaks up with somebody else and gives them like some BS reason, but you know dang well that there's more to it. They're just not telling you. And it's like, and that's an extra betrayal on top of the breakup, because it's like, well, not only is it ending, but they can't even be truthful with me about the ending. So what is it that they're hiding? And I mean, the Ten of Swords in your heart space, it's self-explanatory, really. This talks about things getting as bad as they can. The only positive about this card, typically speaking, is that, you know, at least you've hit the bottom. And I'm not saying that to be flippant or anything like that, calloused about it. That's the energetics of the card, typically speaking. Virgo, I feel here that you are, you know, in this situation, if it has gotten as bad as it's going to get, it feels like you haven't really been given a chance to process the impact of what happens. It feels like there is this old self of you that has been, it's almost like you're mourning the loss of yourself, or at least that portion of yourself. There's this energy of like, I almost want to say like wondering which way you're going next, but it's like, it's not quite that dramatic. It's almost like when you start to think that way, I feel like your brain kind of takes over and is like, okay, wait a minute. It's, you know, it's like tries to downplay it a little bit. I'm feeling, I apologize if I kind of stumble over my words. I'm feeling really out of sorts, like I can't enunciate properly, so that might happen. And then, of course, the Five of Pentacles talks about being left in the cold. Like, it just is what it is. It feels like you were, from what I'm picking up from you, that you were cast aside here by somebody. And I feel like there is something that they're not telling you, and they have no plans on telling you that. It feels like this person knows that what they're doing and the goal that they're about to achieve is going to hurt people, and it's irrelevant to them. I feel like this person seems to have this goal in mind, but it's almost like they're moving in complete darkness. If ever you have, it's almost like they're in the mirror realm. I think that's the right from Doctor Strange, if you've ever seen the Marvel movies. Um, it just kind of feels like this person, it's like they're operating in secret, but even if people find out, they're not going to stop what they're doing. They're just going to find a way to hide it better. Dang. So it's kind of this energy of this person looking at whatever goal they have as like, they kind of don't even care if they get hurt in the process. This is something that they're doing. Full stop. So it's almost like even if they have to sacrifice things that they don't want to sacrifice, that's exactly what's going to happen. We're gonna get a clarifier on that Five of Cups here. 1 second. Or actually, hold on. Can we get one on the Four of Pentacles, please? Four of Pentacles for Virgo person. They're being greedy. I mean, obviously that's the card of being greedy, right? But I feel like they are, it's almost like they were handed some sort of like get out of jail free card, or it's like a, obviously this won't be the actual situation for everybody. If anyone, it's like they've been given like a secret tip on the stock market, or like there's something that they have been given that they are going to be the first to get to the top of that mountain. And that's it. And it feels like they are, it's almost like somebody offered them this and they grabbed it and they hid it. Like it feels very, very secretive. It feels like to them, it feels like it's something they thought they would never have. Almost like this 1 in a million type thing. And they feel that if they don't capitalize on it now, they'll never get another chance again. Can we get one more on this Four of Pentacles? Another defensive card. 7 of Wands. I mean, it's almost like, this is just the saying, as the saying goes, right? If I didn't know any better, I would think that this person is being attacked on all sides, but they're not. It's like they are using a lot of energy to either distract people or keep them away. This kind of like defense. Sorry, I'm just going to grab a sip of coffee here. Excuse me. It's almost like they're acting like they're, like a president or a dignitary, and they're surrounded by their security team, and they're trying to, excuse me, get them into, I don't know, the building or the car or whatever it is. But regardless, from your person's perspective, they know that what they have is something that everyone would covet. They feel that it's something that could kind of make anyone successful, or, maybe even famous, or, I mean, obviously not the actual situation for everybody, but whatever it is that they want, that they're getting with this thing, they feel that everybody else would want it too. And it's almost like, and as soon as they lose it, it's almost like even if they were just lending it, someone was borrowing it and they gave it back, it's like they wouldn't want it anymore. There's something, it's like they just want to be the only person that has it. And I want to say like, and part of that, like they're actually fine with it being a secret permanently if that's the case, if that's what it takes. It's like they're fine with, it's almost like a my precious sort of golem, not obviously to that extent, of course. And it doesn't feel like there's this, seedy, unhealthy, obsessive component to it, but it does feel like they are constantly feeling like people are going to try to take it from them. So can we get a clarifier? The Three of Pentacles on the Five of Cups. With the Five of Wands. So, oops, sorry. I feel like whatever happened here, this person, number one, they don't feel that it's permanent, or that it's like that it's going to stay as it is, this ending. It's like either they're hoping, or they feel, they kind of know, you know what I mean? It's like or it's like maybe they're even just telling themselves that there's going to be an opportunity down the road to repair this. They just have to get to where they're going. It's almost this energy of like, Virgo's going to understand when I get there. And they seem to feel that even if you don't, once they get there, they'll be busy enough to distract themselves. Whatever it is that this person is laser focused on, it would be, of course it'll be different for everybody, but dang. Like, did they find the fountain of youth, or like a cave full of gold bars or something? Like, it's really, it feels like it's pretty big. Hold on for a second. They feel like whatever they're losing now, that they will be able to repair it. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. And like, it's either they rebuild it with you, or they will rebuild it with someone else. They're just so focused on this thing that it's like, I don't know. 5 of Cups, please. So I was asking, what do they see as that necessary loss? And it's almost like it's their own happiness. I feel like they keep kind of getting these, Queen of Pentacles, they keep getting these messages or intuitive hits that they're losing this, they're losing that. The path to get to where they want is not going to look the way they think it's going to look. It's that energy of like, you can have what you want, but you might not really understand what's involved in getting it and keeping it, and what has to be sacrificed to do so. And I feel like this person, it's like every time something new comes up that they have to sacrifice for what they want here, it's kind of like they're like, okay, yep, that can go too, that can go too, that can go too. And it feels like they're going to be, maybe they're the last left standing, but they're going to be, it feels like someone who, it may not be money, but it's like they have an unhealthy attachment to money. You know how the saying goes, like, oh, well, money can't keep you warm at night? Their thing is like, oh, yes, it can. So, yeah. The 3 of Cups usually talks about celebration. For me as a reader, it sometimes means that there's too many people involved. And I feel like that's the case. This next bit might be very specific. I feel like this person may have a sister or a female sibling, or they identify as female, that it's like they feel that that person is their link to like an in with something that they want. And they seem to feel that this is a little bit strange. It's like they want to lean on those connections in order to get what they want, but I feel like they know that they're not putting, it's like they would almost be surprised if they were able to get what they want out of those connections. It feels like whoever this feminine energy is that's related to your person, your person seems to think that they can control them with money, which they can't. But I feel like the female relative is being very gracious about it. It's almost like they can see that your person the path that they're going down, that they're sacrificing happiness after happiness. And it's kind of that energy of like it's the last person around them, right? That will, that if this, from what I'm seeing, your person doesn't see them as somebody that will ever leave. And from what I'm seeing, even if the female relative doesn't leave, it feels like they will. It's like, for example, if your person would get hyped up about something and then the female sibling would like feed into that or whatever, it's gone. And it's almost like this Four of Pentacles person is saying, like, why aren't you excited about it anymore? Why aren't you in this with me? And I feel like the female relative, they just have nothing to say. You know, like they're at a loss for words for how bad your person let this get. I feel like they may have been looking at it through like rose-colored glasses, thinking that eventually your person would come back from whatever they're doing, but they're not. Sorry, I'm just going to have another sip of coffee. Excuse me. So, I get one more card. Oops. One on the left side. Just 3 of Cups. Ah. Throw half the deck across the table. And what does your person not want to know? So what do they know? What do they not want to know? 3 of Wands and 5 of Swords. So I feel like this, it's almost like this person can feel the consequences starting to encroach on them, right? It's that energy of like, you can feel this kind of like dark force that's starting, that like you can feel that it's being drawn in, but it's almost like your person does, but it's almost like, your person may see it as part and parcel of what they have to do or what they want to do or whatever it is. It's like they, you know, it's almost like, hello darkness, my old friend. They seem to feel like if they wait long enough that things will just fall into place. It's like not realizing that it's like, if they're waiting for things to fall into place, they've already removed the spots where those things could fall into. Right? Or it's like, or they filled them with other things, or it's like, hold on for a sec. I feel like whatever dream your person is reaching for, it's almost like the goal has to keep shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. And it's like the more compromises your person makes, to get this thing, it feels like the more compromises they have to make about what they actually believe they can achieve. So the more sacrifice is equaling less achievement of the goal, or having to revamp the goal to achieve less. So I think I'll leave it there, Virgo. If this reading resonated, I hope it was helpful and brought you some clarity. If you like what I do, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you on the next one. Much love. Bye.